One. Hey everybody, welcome back to One Shots. Got it right this time. So,
Yeah.
the goblin with the red pants wakes up.
Feel sorry for this guy.
Oh, I don't. This guy deserves what's coming to him. Godless sinner. So he kind of wakes up. Yeah, puts his hands up, and I say, "Oh, don't worry. I'm not worried about you running away." And then I kind of stomp on his kneecap to try and.
Jenny translates what you said to him and back. And then she translates his howls and screeches, which seemed pointless, to be, I'll tell you whatever you want, please don't. Oh God, my knee.
All right. I say, ask him why his goblins are attacking human caravans in small numbers.
She asks him. He replies, this is our territory. We're taking what we want. It's the goblin way of life. Humans are useless, pig-sucking farmers. Take from them. It's better than working your whole life. Oh God, my knee.
I ask how many goblins there are.
The answer, after his screechings and moans, is that his small tribe, his little tribe, has 20 goblins total. 20 adults, men and women. And there's kind of like a confederacy of tribes that have been formed in the Ashlands as of late. Looks like 5 or 6 have banded together, and they all are probably roughly the same size. Maybe a few bigger and a few smaller.
Ask him who commands this confederation of tribes.
Yeah. So
Carrick! He screeches, Carrick! Carrick! She translates, some guy named Carrick? Or some goblin named Carrick? I don't...
Ask him. Is it a goblin?
She asks, he answers, she translates, no, he's a human?
Carrick.
Carrick the Vengeful is his name.
I like this guy. Maybe.
Where can we find this Carrick?
Yes.
She translates and listens. Because there's a bunch of weird stuff in there, but I think that the crux of his answer is His Holiness, Carrick the Vengeful, lives in the Firewood.
The Firewood.
Yeah, it's a small forest to the northeast near Anvil. Right on the edges of the Ashlands.
I say
How does he lead them if he's so far away?
Translating. It seems that Carrick, he keeps referring to him as His Holiness. I don't know what that means, but some of his men came through and banded a bunch of goblins together and united a bunch of tribes, and now they're working together independently, but together and under him. It sounds like, She starts asking him some more questions, and after a few minutes comes back, okay, alright. So, Carrick banded the goblins together and told them to raid these areas, and that he would be supplying them with arms and equipment and intelligence, and that his army, his band, would come through and help as well.
Okay, I think John will start writing that down.
Yeah.
And
hold on, she says. There's a hobgoblin as well? A group of hobgoblins that are his intermediaries.
So
Yeah, it seems like there's a band of 4 hobgoblins.
Where are they?
She asks, he answers, they live somewhere out here in the Ashlands. It sounds like they've sounds like half of his tribe left to go help build them a fort. Apparently they're building a fort out here. She looks kind of around the Ashlands as if she could spot it.
John, I think maybe we've answered Tyrus's question, no?
Perhaps. I would like to capture one more, make sure it can corroborate that story. If he were telling us a lie, that would be one thing, but if we captured another goblin and it told us the same things.
It's a very elaborate lie for a puny creature.
He's asking if we can let him go now, but I think I should kill him.
No.
Well, I
We're
wouldn't
taking him back.
And I...
We'll take him back.
Are you sure?
Tell you what, Jenny, I'll show you how to cause non-permanent damage. And I like grab a stick and I use my flint and steel to light it.
Okay.
And so I make sure that there's no clothing to ignite or anything, and I just kind of like press
It'll-
the burning end of the stick right up against his flesh.
He howls in pain.
And I kind of like hand her the base of the stick and say, "You do it like that."
She tends to the little fire that you have going to light the stick, and then starts poking him and poking him and poking and pressing, and he eventually passes out from the pain.
Okay, cool. I say we should try to capture one more goblin, and make sure that he can corroborate the story.
I'm not so sure that this is a good idea.
Perhaps not, but I wouldn't want to leave the job half finished. I believe if we are very thorough in making sure that we're correct in our assumptions, then Tyrus would be more willing to give a handsome reward for a job well done.
Can I get
can
perception checks from you guys while your characters are talking, please?
We can just tell Tyrus that none of the goblin corroborated the story.
Damn, 19.
28.
Okay, go ahead and keep talking.
The lying and the sinful will burn in a pit of fire after their demise. I do not want to be among their ranks.
John, if we walk down into that burrow,
Oh, I don't want to walk down.
well, how are you going to get another goblin then?
I want to smoke them out. I kind of, hold up my flint and steel because
Look,
since I played RuneScape, I will always have a flint and steel for everything.
If we smoke them out, they're all going to come running out of here. He said that there was 20 of them.
But half of them left to go help build a fort. And 4 of them are dead.
6 left.
At this point, Nick, Aurelius, you see a goblin figure popping its head up over a bush maybe 200 feet away. Kind of like, ooh, 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 and then pops its head back down. John, you're oblivious to this.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to, I guess, I stomp over to the bush.
It's like 200 feet away.
Hmm.
Of course, you
Do you
can...
mention it to me?
Yeah, I guess, as we're talking, I'll say, looks like we don't need to go in after all. And point over your shoulder. There's one in there.
I look back and see this goblin. and
No,
I
you
say,
see just bushes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's in that bush. Chase him down.
I mean, it's...
Use those
Will do.
young legs of
Make
yours.
sure, keep an eye on Jenny. Make sure she's okay while I'm gone. And this kind of grin comes over my face. And I just very quickly stand up and bolt toward this bush with my shield up.
All right, give me a perception check, John.
Cool. 23.
Nice. By the way, how fucked up is English that
Oh, wait.
Sean and John sound the same? Like, arguably the same name minus a consonant, and they're spelled nothing alike. How fucked up is
Yeah.
English?
Before Sean runs off, I have casted Cure Light Wounds on him, Neil. Is that okay?
That's fine. It took him a
Yeah.
while to build the fire.
Yeah. It's D8, right? D8
Yep.
plus 1?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, flat D8.
4.
Okay, cool.
Nice. All right, so you find the correct bush that the goblin's hiding behind, because it's all bush. It's just bush as far as the eye can see.
And I'm going to try to incapacitate him.
All right.
I just want to hit him with like the flat of my
I'm
blade.
following, but I'm not sprinting.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you come around the corner, you see this goblin who's like pulling up one end of a box of a chest that has like a handle on it, and he sees you coming. He shouts down and like drops the box, which tumbles down this other shaft. And then you roll initiative to see if you can catch him before he scrambles away.
Cool. I mean, he's slower than me anyways, so... D10 plus 6. 11.
All right, he provokes an attack of opportunity as he scrambles to get down this hole.
Oh, okay. I want to try and sort of like hit him with the flat of the blade to try and knock him. Like, if I don't knock him out, I still want to try and like hit him so that he's kind of knocked a little bit to the side and maybe has a harder time getting down the hole.
Mm-hmm.
I'm specifically hitting him sideways.
Can you do non-lethal damage in an attack of opportunity?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I'm proficient with the weapon and everything. 20.
That is a hit. That's actually a crit.
No, not this again.
9. He won't die.
No, he's not dead, but he is unconscious.
Cool. I grab him, pull him back a little bit from the hatch. I slam the hatch down, and I try and like anchor it shut with something for now.
Right, you got it.
I want something, not necessarily something heavy, but something like maybe if there's branches and bushes, right?
Yeah.
Could I like wrap some branches around this so they'd have to like literally rip bushes out of the ground to try and?
I don't know how you would wrap branches around a trap door.
There's a handle on it, right? So that they can open it.
Yeah. There's
Could I,
a small little knob to pull
Yeah.
on.
Could I loop the branches through that so that it's like if they try to open it, they're gonna be like tugging at bushes rooted in the ground?
I think if you open it, though, you'll only make it... The positioning of such is that it would open towards the branches.
Oh, could I? I mean, there's bushes everywhere, right? Could I like go to the other side?
Well, here, let's take a quick look at the map. That'll be easier. So a top-down view, you've got like the root of a bush here, or the stem.
Uh-huh.
I want to make sure that's visible, yeah. And then like the bush comes out around it like this. And then the trap door would be positioned like here with the handle, and it would open that way. And then the next bush would be like over here. And there'd be a bush over here. So there's kind of like this nice open space where you can easily get in and out, but it's still covered.
But it's hidden under a bush.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's a disguised entrance that you wouldn't notice unless you knew where to look for.
I kind of say to Aurelius, do you think you could block this hatch for a bit? Sorry, I was leaning back from the mic. Do you think you could block this hatch for a bit?
Let me see. And I walk over to it. Neil, can I just like sit in it?
Yeah, you
Or
can
is it
sit
too
on
big?
it.
Yeah, I just like sit on it. Right. Well, looks like you got him. Let's wake him up.
Yeah, I'll drag him over to Jenny and have her help me with this interrogation. Make sure he can corroborate the first goblin story.
She nods and immediately takes off the goblin's sandals and begins to hold the burning stick to his feet. The goblin wakes up shrieking and
I say,
kicking.
that's enough to start with.
She lets it go for another couple of seconds before, letting go of the goblin.
So I tell her that if the first goblin wakes up, I don't want him speaking. So to make sure that she kind of just like hits him and knocks him out.
She kicks him. Just to kick him.
So I start to interrogate him. I ask him all the same questions that we asked the first goblin, and I want to see how similar the story is.
At first, his story is, you're all pig suckers, you're all going to die. And then as the interrogating continues and his insults come forth, he starts saying things like, long live Carrick.
Uh-huh. And I confirm that Carrick is this human leading the goblins who united the tribes and told them to raid the caravans.
When you ask that, when that gets translated to him,
I don't say all that at once. I'm like, is Carrick? I like ask the question, like, is Carrick a goblin? That's not a goblin name. I'm trying to feign ignorance. I really just want to make sure that he gives me the same story twice.
Carrick's no goblin. Or no, Jenny's translating. He says Carrick's not a goblin.
Okay. Who is this Carrick? What did he do?
He's the high priest of the goddess of vengeance, and he's leading the goblins to wealth and glory. and that we're all gonna die, and they're gonna piss on our graves and that sort of thing. She
Did
gives him a
he-
kick and a burn.
Did he? Is he the one who told them to raid the human caravans, the ones that they've been attacking along that stretch of road?
She translates back. He says that it's their fate and their destiny, and they've always been doing it, and they've just gotten better at it, and we're all gonna blah blah blah, suffer. Yeah. No, now he's saying that he's gonna kill our parents. Now he's gonna say he's gonna drown our children.
Well, Jenny, I think we don't need the second goblin any longer. I believe taking the hobbled one back to town with us would be much easier. Or actually, no, perhaps we should keep them both.
What if can I have this one as a slave? She says, pointing to the current one you have.
That seems fair. An eye for an eye. I don't see why not.
Can I go up to the goblin and sort of like drag him to his feet and like hold my holy symbol in front of his face, and I say, "Do you recognize this, you little whelp?"
He blinks while staring at it, and then holds out his arms as if he's trying to hug you, and like goes for an embrace, and starts
like
babbling. And Jenny
Push
says,
him back down on the ground.
Jenny says, he says he's asking why you're attacking him, that you guys are allies and you should be working together for the greater good and the greater wealth of goblin kind.
Tell this thing that Valthara is no friend of goblins, and this Carrick is nothing but a liar.
Without translating, Jenny looks to you and goes, "Isn't Valthara the goddess of vengeance? Isn't she, that seems like a pretty goblin thing to do."
Maybe. The Valthara I know would never side with pathetic creatures like this. What vengeance could such a small, insignificant being give to the world?
She burns
Either
him with her
way.
stick and then looks at you meaningfully.
I think we should take both these goblins back to town. Now we have two who told us the same story. We can take it back to town, have them locked up.
Okay.
We can give Tyrus our story, tell them exactly what they told us, get paid, tell him about the fort out here in the wilds. Maybe have some more work to come back out and finish, but with hopefully some help. I wouldn't want to take on a fort with 4 hobgoblins on our own.
Aurelius, I take it you're part of this conversation, so you've left the trap door?
Yeah, I did. I stood up. I'm still standing on it, I guess.
I don't think we took him that far away. Yeah. So I think he's able to have the conversation standing.
Okay, cool.
But I am aware that I'm going to have to move off. Have I felt anyone trying to
No.
push from underneath?
Okay.
Nope.
So
So hold on. Jenny starts yelling at the goblin, poking with a burning stick, and having him roll over onto his belly. And then she draws her knife, goes down to his ankle, and begins hacking into his hamstring on his left leg.
Jesus.
all right.
The goblin gives a cry, and there's this weird snapping sound. And then he starts grabbing his leg and pulling his leg, and she gives him a swift kick to the crotch and turns back to you guys and says, "Well, now he can't run away."
Yes, I suppose we'll have to drag them back to town. Tell me, Aurelius, do you want to try and kill these goblins with some easy tactics? We could shove a bunch of flaming debris down this hole, seal it up once we have a good fire going. Hopefully all the goblins will choke out.
Well, we could, but I think we just put ourselves at risk. I say we go back. We come back with enough men. A few goblins that are left in that hole aren't going to cause much trouble.
Very well.
Yourself, there should only be 5 or 6 left in there.
Okay. In that case, I guess we grab the 2 goblins and just kind of get ready to drag them back to town with us the whole way.
Okay.
And we start heading off. And I think, I tried to take note of my surroundings. Like we go in a southwest direction to get back to the road.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to keep note of things so that I can find my way back when we do come back.
Sure. Give me an intelligence check, please.
Cool.
Oh,
30.
wow. Beautiful. That's just gorgeous.
Yeah.
Where are my tables? Here we go.
Yeah, let's this Carrick guy. Can I? The combination of local history and religion, and the fact that he's the same cleric god as me, maybe have some information about him.
Not religion. Let me see what the rules are for local history.
You know, I'm sure that clerics of Valthara tend to run in similar circles. Maybe I've like bumped into him in the church one time or something.
Okay. I think. Give me a charisma check. Actually, both of you, please give me a charisma check.
Cool.
23.
13 is my charisma. Let me double check. Oh, I've got 11 charisma. 16.
All right. Aurelius, this name Carrick is ringing a bell somewhere, and you're having a hard time recalling, and then it sinks in. Your group, the Black Cross,
Yeah.
was hired as part of this, brought in against this battle. There were a few years back, actually at the, what was it? Where's my document? Last year, basically. The year right now is 1509. And the previous year, 1508, a whole bunch of Grell had appeared in the Hemdokos Hills, that's the north of this country, in huge numbers. And people had gone to drive them back, and it became a bit of a war. It was known as the Hemdokos Incursion. And your group of people were also eventually drafted into that fighting. That's where you guys met, was in the Black Cross fighting in the Hemdokos Incursion. The name Carrick rings a bell to you because he is one of the warriors. He was serving in the actual army, not in the hired mercenary bands. It rings a bell because he was a cleric fighting in that war. And when he returned home, he switched to banditry and has been a bandit ever since.
Was he renowned as a fighter?
No, he wasn't a particularly notable person in the battle or in the war. The only thing notable about him is that after it ended, he became very outspoken about the people and about the local governments who gave up soldiers' land because they expected the soldiers to die. And so when they came back, when plenty of people, knights especially, came home, they found that their lands had been given away because they were expected to be dead. And so he's kind of started a small petty revolution around Anvil.
That's why you'd fight for coin and not for nobles. So I guess I remind John of this guy. You remember Carrick, the Grells, when we met? John, you remember?
He wasn't part of our band.
No, he's serving under some local lord or another. I think he disbanded or something after the war. Turned to banditry and heathenry.
I recognize the name. I hadn't heard of what happened to him, though. Perhaps we could...
Sounds to me like it's the same guy.
Yes, Anvil's a bit of a trip away, but...
Well, it's more information for Tyrus.
Yes, indeed. Let's take these two back to town. And perhaps get some more men to root out this hobgoblin fort?
Yes.
Okay, you guys head back to town.
All right.
It's a lovely day and a half journey back to town.
Excellent.
The first day is quite uneventful. You make it to the road, and you get all sorts of looks from travelers as you lead these two goblins. Yeah. One of them you're going to have to help because he's literally hobbled.
Yeah, I'm like dragging the one that I broke the knee of.
Right.
I think both are hobbled.
They're
'cause
both
they're,
hobbled, yeah.
carved into the calf of the other.
Yeah, they're both pretty bad. So eventually, after 2 days, well, yeah, it becomes about 2 days here. You make it back to Shirebrook.
Can I give you new spells?
Yes.
Okay.
You've been gone 4 days. That is 12 days worth of food. You guys each had a week's worth of rations.
He bought 14 days worth.
Yeah, but we just don't feed the goblins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll give them some water if they look like they're dying, but that's about it.
Sure.
But on the way, I kind of like talk to Jenny about the one true God and the light that I've seen, and the wickedness of the deceivers known as the standard gods worshipped across the lands.
Give me a charisma check.
Cool. Gonna fail this horribly. Not horribly.
Yeah. She seems not to be too interested in what you're saying.
Alright.
She
Or
likes
captivate
the
goblins.
burning and torturing. She likes the hurting the goblins who enslaved her, even if these aren't the exact ones. If anything, she's probably leaning a little towards Velthara here.
Yes.
Damn. I tried.
Yeah.
We were only on for 2 days, right? Oh, but then we have the journey back.
Yeah, 4 days total. Okay. Yeah, actually, at the end of the second day, you come to Shirebrook. It's been.
I kind of just drag them straight to the sheriff's place.
Okay.
I don't even want to stop in an inn.
Sure. The three of you arrive, dragging 2 goblins in tow, into the sheriff's office in Shirebrook. He's looking up from his desk on that right side there and goes, "Oh, you guys are back! Good to see you. And you brought our little friend and his friend."
Yes, we had him lead us, or eventually he saw us following him in the Ashlands, correct? And
Yes.
Instead we decided to speak to him, asked him to lead us to his people so we could speak and have a negotiation. When we got there, they demanded our allegiance, called us slaves. So we murdered his friends, took him captive and questioned him, and he told us his story. Then we captured another goblin, interrogated him separately, and he told us the same story. We wanted to make sure we could corroborate it. Both goblins separately told us the same story, that there is a human named Carrick leading them. He banded the goblin tribes together and incited them to raid the human caravans. He's going to help them rise up against humankind, take the land back for themselves. Right,
He is a cleric of mine own cloth, Tyrus. A lost fool. Does not understand the needs and wants of Velthara.
Yes, he lives a short ways out of Anvil, so he's operating from a good distance away.
Oh, is he the guy that's in charge of the Bastards of the Firewood?
I
Yes.
believe so.
Fuckers.
Also, something else, we've completed our job and we do expect payment for that, but I'd be willing to help out with another job. I know how to get back to that goblin hideout. We could, if you were willing to bring a few more men with us, we'd be more than willing to kill the remainder in their hideout, as well as there's 4 hobgoblins, and about half of the clan is helping to build a fort out in the Ashlands for the hobgoblins. I suppose you wouldn't want these monsters having a base of operations so close to Shirewood.
How are the hobgoblins related?
I believe the goblins are underlings of Carrick, and the goblins are working for the hobgoblins.
They said they were his intermediaries.
Well then, sounds like we need to stop this Carrot guy. But that's really Anvil's problem. I know they've been struggling with that lately. Their town was sacked. So we either need to stop these Carrick, or we can probably stop the hobgoblins, break the chain of command.
If you're willing to pay for a ship and have some men set sail, I'd be more than happy to meet an old friend. And I kind of smile a little bit and grip my broadsword. But otherwise, if you're willing to send a few men out with us, I'd also be willing to dismantle the hobgoblin operation in your area.
Well, we don't have the jurisdiction to start sending soldiers into the Firewood. That's a different county altogether.
Which county is Shirebrook part of? Thornwood.
No, it is part of the county southward. Thornwood is a different county.
But is Anvil part of Thornwood?
Nope, different county as well.
So which county is Anvil part of?
It is part of the Great Plains. I forget the name of the county. I'm looking it up right now.
Where do they have a seat though? Like there is a city that's the
Yes.
county capital.
Yes.
Out of interest, is there a duke? Are these counties part of a duchy?
No. It goes Barony County Kingdom.
You missed out a step there, Neil. There's
Well,
dukes.
that's because the entire continent is only the size of France, a little bigger than France actually. And so,
England had baronies counts, dukes, kings.
well, but you take France and then split it into 6 different kingdoms, and then each
okay.
of those kingdoms are only, each kingdom's probably a duchy.
Okay, yeah, nice.
Yeah, I'm on top of it, sort of.
That game, Crusader Kings, I was telling you to play, it really makes you understand the hierarchy of barons, counts, dukes.
That's
You know-
actually why I want to get into it, so that I can.
It's so cool. It's really great.
I tried playing it, and I couldn't see an objective.
Neil, we should.
it's-
You should. If you got it, we should play it on stream. I'll show you how to do it.
Neil,
That's good.
I would say it's very similar to Dwarf Fortress, where it's about building a story for the people that you're playing as,
Well,
more than anything else.
that's
Let's stick to the D&D finale.
yeah, it's for another time.
Yeah.
Let's see. Anvil is in Flat County. You guys are currently in Split County, and Thornwood is in Green County.
Tyrus, hear me out here. Right, let's say that we go and deal with these hobgoblins in their fort. And then perhaps you commission us to head to the county capital of Split County, I believe. Speak to the count there, maybe to authorize action in the firewood.
Wait, you want to go talk to the count of this county to talk about going to the firewood?
I mean, the count of Anvil. The count who rules over
shit.
Anvil.
Flat County?
Yeah, sorry, I
All right.
forget
starts-
things in my old age.
This is going to be interesting. I can't bring up the map of the entire area in Roll20 right now, but if you guys go to realgoblins.com/maps.php, I'll bring it on stream for people to see. You can see where I'm going to be talking about.
Okay. Ooh. Oh, wow.
And you want to zoom in on the right side, kind of near Anvil and everything. I'm sure you guys can find it.
Yeah. Oh, man, Neil, this is so cool.
All right. So, if you guys see Shirebrook,
Yes.
and you go southwest of Shirebrook to Newfort,
Shit, wait, where is Shirebrook?
it's on the east side.
East side. Okay. So
In Aradon.
Oh.
Yeah.
East side in Aradon.
Okay, I found Shirebrook.
There you go. So southwest of Shirebrook is Newfort.
Yes.
Newfort is the county seat for your county. Why is this map not fixing? If you go up to Anvil along the coast, and then go northwest inland to Plainsview, that is the
Ooh.
county seat for Anvil. So it's pretty far.
I asked
You
Tyrus,
sail to that.
what kind of forces do they have at Anvil?
I'm sorry, not Plainsview. Fortune is the county seat there. Fortune.
Alright,
It's
so
even farther. It's way the fuck out there.
And Stromheim is the capital of the kingdom.
Correct.
Is that right? So it'd be even quicker to just go to the king. What kind of forces does the Baron of Anvil command?
He scratched his head. I'm not privy to all these informations back and forth, but from what I've heard, the bastards of the Firewood have actually attacked not just Anvil town, but the keep in Anvil. They overran the walls and got into the fortress itself, killing a fair number of knights and guards. I actually hear things up there are in a state of utter chaos.
Well,
Yeah, the bastards of the Firewood have been really problematic for them. I think that's a little bit too much for us to be putting our hands in at this point. If
Yes,
we're going to
would you
start
like
dealing
to-
with that stuff, we'll take it to a higher level. Won't deal with you guys with it.
Perhaps we could sail out to Anvil on our own volition someday. Aurelius. I would love to pay a visit to an old friend like that. But in the
Did you
meantime,
guys know
would you-
Carrick?
We served with him in the war. He wasn't in our mercenary company, but we did serve with him.
Well, there certainly isn't anything illegal about people going to see their old friend. If you want to talk to him and sort all this stuff out, I'm sure that the people of Anvil would probably be very happy with that. Now, I can't promise you'll survive, but if he's truly a friend of yours, you might be able to work it out.
I
I
wouldn't
have
call
God
him
on
a
my
friend.
side.
Although,
Yeah.
we do share a common interest.
Which is vengeance.
Yes. Perhaps I could infiltrate this chamber under the guise of cooperation. But from there, I'm not sure what I could achieve. I'm unlikely to turn him from his path.
Well, maybe that's a tale for a different time then.
Yes. Would you like our assistance with a few soldiers to go root out these goblins and hobgoblins in the Ashlands? Either way, we have completed the job we were hired for, and I do expect payment for that.
Of course, of course. You want to go get those hobgoblins? I think
Yes.
there's probably a lot of goblins around. You know, it's,
We know where the goblins live. We can always smoke them. We can always try to burn them where they live. They live in a
alright.
hatch underground.
The majority of them are with the hobgoblins building the keep, are they not?
About half of the clan was what we were told.
Yes, and we've killed the half of the remaining half. So the majority of the goblins are at the keep.
That's why we wish for a few soldiers for this. We wouldn't want to run in alone.
Our best estimate would be around 10 goblins, 4 hobgoblins. In a
Also,
defended position.
Sorry, since we were on the road, could we assume that Nick healed me back to full since it was over a day's journey? Like, I would assume he would reload.
he was memorizing 1 cure light
One
wounds
it.
a day.
Yeah, do you want me to roll it?
Yeah, just
For
roll 2 cure light wounds for him.
I mean, he will heal me to full no matter what.
11.
Yeah. Okay. Well, see, the part that I loathe is the lending out of my men.
I understand that. But if you don't nip this problem in the bud and you let them finish this fort,
No,
they become a much bigger
I
issue down the
hear
line.
you. But let me just... I have a lot of personal experience with mercenaries. And every time you lend some of your troops to mercenaries, your troops don't come back home. You know?
Would you like to come with us?
Oh, I surely wouldn't. And my duties keep me here. Maybe if you guys can round up some of your old mercenary buddies, form your own group, we can, maybe I can find some money in it to pay for your soldiers, but I can't be sending out any of my Shirebrook folk.
Sounds
We shall
agreeable to
speak
me.
around the tower. Yeah, we shall speak around the taverns. But in the meantime, we need payment.
Right.
And you said you would cover our expenses. Jenny has been out for 4 days. I believe she requires 8 gold for her services. And I kind of like look back to Jenny to make sure that's correct.
12 gold.
Ah, yes, you're right. My mistake.
All right, so 12 gold. He goes into a drawer, unlocks it with a key from his belt, and kind of sorts through some jingling coins, and eventually fishes out 12 gold and places it in a stack on the counter. And then goes, all right,
Okay.
now for your fee, and pulls out another 20 gold coins and stacks it on the counter as well.
All right.
All right, I give 6 gold to Jenny and take the remaining 6 for myself, and then we split the 20, 10, right?
Yeah.
He looks at you when you do that.
Wait. Why do you take 6 gold from her fee?
Because we already paid 2 to the guy, and he wants 2 a day, so we owe him 8, and I already paid him 2, so he needs 6 more.
Right, what I mean is
What?
that it was like for paying her fee. He'll think that's super fucking weird.
Yeah, but I give it to her because, like, why should
Yeah,
he
but then
get
you're
it?
taking like 6 coins from like what we said was, this is for her fee, and then you just like pocket it.
Yeah, like, I guess if Tyrus is gonna...
Yeah, he calls you on the splitting of the coins and goes, I thought it was 12 gold for her translating.
It is. Half for her, and half for her Ward.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Okay. Nice.
Should have trusted you.
Don't make the same mistake again.
Are you threatening me?
I don't deal in threats.
Good. All right. Well, if you guys can find some more troops, then you want to go hunt down some hobgoblins. Swing on by. He shakes the drawer. We got some more coin in here for a few more jobs this month.
Very well. We shall go to the tavern.
All right.
And I think we go back to the same tavern where Jenny was hired from.
Yeah, they seem to have good stock in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Even that.
Oh, and I give him back the goblin that he freed, but I tell him that one of Jenny's Jenny was especially helpful and more than just a translator, and as a request, she wanted to keep the other goblin we captured as a slave.
he shrugs.
Reasonable.
Yep. Slaves are a normal thing in this part of the world.
Okay.
Well.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that he wasn't wondering why we took the other goblin with us.
You guys head back to the Fish. It's that tavern down by the docks. The 4 of you, because Jenny's got her goblin in tow, walk in, and the 3-fingered bartender looks over at you guys and goes, "Well, where have you been? I've been without a waitress for a week now, almost."
It took a bit longer than expected. We thought it'd be a short way out of town. It was more about a day and a half.
"Where's my gold?"
I go up and give him 3 gold.
He
I say,
picks it up and looks at you, squinting.
I gave the other half to the girl.
He goes, "Jenny! Where are you? There! What the hell are you doing with that goblin? Get over here and give me my gold." She walks over and...
Kills him.
No, doesn't kill him, but
burns him with a flaming stick.
she gives him a kick to the balls,
Oh.
or more of a knee to the balls, and he kind of collapses a little bit. She takes the 3 gold out of his hand,
Nice.
pockets it, turns around, kind of looks across the bar, makes eyes with a particular patron, and stalks over to him. He gets out of the chair, kind of, threatening and aggressive, and the 2 of them kind of stand gazing at each other for a moment. He's like a full head taller than her.
Could go one of 2 ways.
Are you guys going to intervene?
Does it look like they're about to start a fight?
They're mad dogging each other. To use a-
go.
I think I stepped forward, and if it looks like one of them is about to kill the other, I think I would intervene. But otherwise, I'm just gonna stand back and see.
I think I go to hold John back. I mean, I'm not gonna actually stop him if he goes, but I motion to let them be.
Okay.
I want to avoid one of them dying in this. I think it's pretty fucking cool that she just took the gold from him because she did the work.
Yeah.
But
She spits on the ground at the feet of this patron and walks away,
okay.
taking her hobgoblin her goblin in tow, and just goes outside.
Okay. In that case, I think we're going to ask around the tavern. Just kind of ignore the bartender from here and just ask around the tavern for some mercenaries looking for work.
Yeah, we want 2 mercenaries, right?
2 or 3, yeah.
Just fighters will do.
How do you approach this?
I mention that we are a duo of mercenaries, and we have the possibility of getting another job that requires a group of 4 or 5. And that some experienced fighters would be appreciated for the, and that everyone will be paid a wage. We're not the employer for this, but we're going to be talking to Tyrus, who would be the employer.
Well, we'll just say we'll pay 2 gold a day.
I wouldn't. I guess if Tyrus is willing to cover the expense, but personally, I'd rather just say
I think if the promise of gold, a specific number, is more likely to get people to listen than somebody else will pay you, I'm sure.
I mean, it's Tyrus though.
Yeah.
Okay, the only issue I have with paying 2 gold a day, I think that might be kind of low for a mercenary. Alright, we are mercenaries. What is a standard wage for
A gold a day.
Yeah, we paid Clifford a lot more, but he was level 3 or something.
Okay, yeah, we'll say 2 gold a day for their service.
Yeah, that's a very good wage. That's double
And
the
I
average
say that
mercenary
yeah,
wage.
and I hope for that I say that we want some, somewhat experienced fighters for that wage.
Some
Bring your own
heads,
equipment.
some heads turn. You get 4 sailors that come up to you and start talking with you about the job. Their questions are: where are you going? What are we doing? What is the job? What is your pitch to them?
I tell them that there are some goblins and hobgoblins working out in the Ashlands to build a fort, and we are going to stop them before they can erect it.
Give me a charisma check, John.
All right. Can Aurelius help me out of this? Or help me out with this? Try to add some legitimacy to the whole thing, in some way.
Aurelius,
know that
what
there's
are
two-
your words?
What to help them out?
Yeah, how are you
Help
going to
me
help
with-
them do this?
You can trust us with your lives. I am a cleric, formerly of the Black Cross. What? You haven't heard of me?
No.
You petulant idiot.
Well, I'll make my charisma check.
Yeah.
20.
All right. These 4 guys kind of shake their heads slowly and begin to walk away. One of them saying, "I thought it was on the sea." Another guy going, "Yeah, I don't work with hobgoblins."
All right. I think
Another-
we'll go to a different tavern
Crap.
and try, keep trying this. And we want to get people, because these guys were sailors anyway.
Is there anyone wearing armor in the tavern?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we'll look around for a tavern. Where would adventurers or mercenaries be more likely to go? I guess this is more of a sailor hangout.
The half pints, perhaps.
Half Pint
Yeah, we
is
can try
a
there.
good spot.
I had
So
the
we'll try there.
greatest wizard of all time. Freaking.
Really? Georg went through there?
No, not Georg.
Anyways,
He did go through there, though, I think.
Yeah. Not as great as Malachi.
No, certainly not.
Georg's got a crutch. He's not really his own wizard.
Yeah, exactly. He works for some, I don't know, some lord.
So either the Half Pint or the Dragon's Den would be a good spot to find adventurers.
Well, let's split up.
Yeah, we'll try both. And well, I don't want to split up because I don't want to offer employment to different people. Let's try the Dragon's Den first, and then we'll try the Half Pint if it doesn't work.
All right.
So we go to the Dragon's Den, and we get the same sort of message, we're looking to deal with some hobgoblins out in the Ashlands. They're trying to build a fort. We're going to stop them. We'll pay 2 gold a day.
We're looking for people wearing armor with
Yeah,
weapons,
for,
not
actual
just some fucking sailor with a pint.
Yeah.
Right.
You mentioned that it's actual mercenary work. Bring your own gear, bring your own armor, be experienced. And we're looking for 2 to 3 people to come with us.
Um, okay, so 3 people approach you. It's actually a group of 3 approaches you. One guy is wearing studded leather armor with a longsword and a buckler shield. Another looks to be a cleric. Where's my button? A cleric of Malchus, the god of chaos. And the third seems kind of like just a dude off the streets. He's not wearing any armor. He's got a couple of daggers at his sides. He's got a thin, wispy mustache and a big cloak around him. He's the one that does the talking. He comes up to you and says, "So, what's this all about, huh? We got a good deal going on here? Some loot, some treasure, 50-50 on the treasure?" Yeah, everyone
Whatever
gets their own
treasure
share.
you find, you keep.
Well, let's not be hasty. Look, either
you like to split the treasure?
we split everything 50-50. Us 2 and you 3, or
We split everything 5 ways.
gold, and everything's ours.
Doesn't sound like a fair deal.
Well, you get a choice, so
We'll pay you a wage and split 50-50, 2-3. Does that seem fair?
Everyone gets an equal cut of the whatever loot, and we get paid flat rate per
Yes.
day.
You get paid
No,
by
no.
us a flat rate per day.
Gold
We
a
split
day,
the-
and gold a day, and we split the loot.
We split the loot 50-50 between us two and you
you
three.
And then you get the wage to go with it. You split between 3 because you'll have a wage.
All right. That's part of the deal. Sounds fair. Now, who are we? You say hobgoblins?
Hobgoblins and 4 hobgoblins and a number of goblins.
You know the layout of their fort?
We've never been to the fort, but we have been to the we have been to the goblins' lair. I can take us back there directly, kill off as many goblins as remain, and then we can track down that fort and find the remainder.
Deal. He puts out his hand to shake on it.
Yep. We shake, and I say, "Okay, we will be back here shortly. I will go speak to Tyrus myself."
Okay. You meet up with Tyrus again moments later.
Yeah. So then I tell him that we have a group of 5. I ask if he can help cover the expenses since we have to pay them daily, as well as like the standard reward fee for getting this job done.
Yeah, he says, I hope they don't cost as much as that damn translator.
2 gold a day per head.
You know, you're going to bleed us dry here. I pay, what's that, 6 gold a day?
I
Takes you
imagine
4
that
days.
it would be far more damaging to your local economy to have your caravans raided and attacked by a group of goblins and hobgoblins that have set up a base of operations in the Ashlands.
I'm just saying, that's 20 gold if you guys are gone for another 4 days.
I understand, but I
Can't
also
put a price on security, Tyrus.
Yes,
Yes,
you can. We do that on a daily basis.
Yeah, and
It's called
2 gold
defense
a day.
spending.
I also understand that you're looking at losing caravans loses.
Yeah, I get it. You guys need to work on your negotiation skills. You can't just offer people a shit ton of money just because I'm footing the bill. You know?
You're right. You're right. We should work on that.
I'm just saying that this money that I'm paying to them, now I can't pay you as much. It's coming out of your pocket in the end. Whatever. Sure.
Fair enough.
Sure.
We wanted to make sure that we had good help.
Yeah. I just... Whatever. Kids these days thinking they can charge 2 gold a day for mercenary fees. You know, when I was doing my work, it was a gold a day and I was happy for it. A solid wage for a solid day's work. Young whippersnappers. No offense there, Aurelius. I'm sure you understand.
No, you've got to understand the effects of inflation, Tyrus.
I don't really follow economics very much.
The cost of goods rise.
Why?
It's possible that your gold a day is the equivalent of 3 gold now.
Wait, why would costs rise?
Because the central bank keeps issuing more gold. The more coins the king prints, the less value the coins already in circulation.
You don't just print more of the same? I mean, gold. The price of gold changes?
Yes.
Yes.
I thought we had the gold standard for a reason. All right. Maybe we should have this discussion another time. I know a great wizard who would love to have this speech with you, but we got more important things to slay.
All right.
All right. 2 gold a day guaranteed for those that come back alive. Any of your mercenaries die, their buddies don't get paid.
Fair enough.
If many die, they don't get paid at all.
Well,
No,
like
if
it-
any of them die, they don't get the money
Yeah,
for
yeah,
that
yeah.
one. That
They're,
died.
yeah. There we go. All right. Well, good luck with the hobgoblins.
Yes, we will leave first thing tomorrow morning.
Excellent. And then you guys depart. Are you going to take
Yes.
Jenny with you, or are you leaving her behind?
I mean, I offer if she wants. Yeah, I guess I could offer if she wants to come, but I don't. I'm telling her I'm not going to pay her this time. Like she can come if she wants.
She declines.
Okay.
Yeah.
Figured she might have wanted to torture a few goblins and hobgoblins, but
She's got her own servants now.
yeah.
Yeah, she's got everything she needs.
Well, she doesn't have a job or a house anymore, but She's got pride, and that's what counts. Why don't we flip to?
Do we have a third break or a final break we still have to take?
Well, this was going to be our final break here. And I'm just looking, do you guys have time to go over? Because we definitely won't be able to wrap this up in half an hour.
I don't
know
know.
if-
Go until about 5 at the latest. which
Nick,
would be
it's...
an hour late for Nick.
Yeah.
Um,
What are you
Yeah.
looking like time-wise?
it's 11:30. I can. The only thing is, my girlfriend will be asleep, so I probably can't like speak super loud and that.
Well, because this is
yeah.
also a great ending place where we could revisit it later.
We could do that. Yeah, make it.
Yeah,
another
I mean,
quest.
there's bound to be another time when Greg can't play.
Yeah.
Yeah. that's
Why
true.
don't we call it here for the day? And when we come back, it will be John and Aurelius with their mercenary group, a first-level fighter, cleric, and rogue, taken off to go see what they can do about the hobgoblins in the Ashlands.
Since
Yeah,
we
nice.
might be revisiting these guys, can we do experience?
Yeah, let's do some experience. All right, you defeated 4 goblins in combat. You completed your quest. You...
We looted an enslaved goblin.
Yeah. We also torture. That's very. It's very holy.
We found out about Carrick.
Yes, you covered some storylines. Let's do some of this, divided by that. So you each get a grand total of 450 experience.
All right.
10%
Nice.
bonus to that, so 495.
Ooh, what do you need? Is it just wisdom for cleric?
16 in your prerequisite. And I believe
Just
it's-
wisdom.
Nice.
You and your 19 wisdom.
Yes. I was thinking about it.
19 wisdom. How many
Yeah.
bonus spells do you get?
I get 3 level 1, 2 level 2, 2 level 3, and a level 4.
Wow.
That's what happens when you age your character.
Yeah.
That's true.
I do only have 2 HP though. Like I've got -2 HP adjust.
Right.
Yeah. Wait. What?
I
He
get
says
-2
3 con.
HP. 3 con, yeah.
So you have Wait. How? You have 6 HP?
I've got 2 HP because I rolled a 4.
Oh, you rolled for your HP.
Oh, you didn't roll.
No, because we're not doing basic rules.
Yeah, do I not have to roll?
No, you're supposed to roll.
Oh, you are?
Yeah,
Oh,
John,
I-
roll
I'll
your
go ahead
HP right now.
Roll your HP.
I'll roll it right now. I did not know that. I apologize.
It's all right. Roll your
Because I
HP.
thought that in 2 Neil you just did
Oh, fuck no.
He died.
Perfect.
The goblin
All right.
killed it.
John suffers a stroke, a temporary stroke. He recovers and he's fine, but for now he's got 1 HP.
Cool. Awesome.
Second fighter in a row.
Jesus Christ. Man, we are cursed with our low HP rolls.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
You don't have high con, John?
No, I have 13 con.
Oh, it's beautiful. I love this game. All right, guys, that's it for one-shots. I'm going to be playing a little bit of video games until our second one-shots today, which is going to be the one of the campaigns that we were working on stream, one of the modules that we're planning on releasing for everyone eventually. It's called Old Joe's Sawmill. It's part 1 of a 2-part goblin-based one-shots.
Who's playing it, Neil?
We have a couple people from chat, and we have a guest DM, but I'll let you guys stick around and see who they are. That starts in 2.5 hours, and until then, we're going to be playing some Rome 2 Total War. John and Aurelius? Sean and
It's been
Nick?
fun. I'm glad to have survived.
Yeah,
Woo.
I was not expecting survival from that. I actually did think that we just went max HP. I didn't know that you rolled for it in 2 Neil, so I apologize for that.
Did you think
Don't worry
every
about
level
it.
was just first?
No, I thought it was just first level. Then
Okay.
you started rolling after it.
That's more believable.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what most people wind up doing for their campaigns because they don't want to roll for first level HP.
I actually agree, Neil. I think it's a reasonable thing to do, but I knew that we were rolling
Well,
regardless.
that's it. We will see you guys next week at noon
Yes.
Pacific time for Hardcore Heroes Return. Thank God.
Yes, where I have legitimately gained 22 HP.
Yes, very legitimately.
And I'm going to learn a lot of spells.
All right.
Next session.
See you guys later. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.
All right.